Hello guys, welcome to a new video. It's been like a year, I think, over a year. A lot has changed again. I know I didn't make a lot of videos and probably it still won't be a lot of videos, but I figured I'd make a video about this one. I got a new car. So I sold the Mustang and I sold the Stinger and I got me a electric car. Now a lot of you can hate, but no, I did not buy it because of, this up there. I don't really care about that. I got this one, a Kia EV6 GT. Bought it like a month ago, and today we are installing lowering springs. I got the Eibach Pro kit. There's the number that fits for the springs. That's what they look like. One side is already done, and I'm gonna show you the other side. It's actually a pretty simple process. I can't really put my camera anywhere to actually I can. I just have to find my small tripod. But it's pretty simple. So once you take your wheel off, of course, to jack up the car, nice and safe. It's always recommended to jack it up on both sides because the sway bar has a lot of tension when you only do one side and you barely get this out. So jack up both sides, at least when you take the sway bar out, and then you can take the jack back out if you have to pump this whole thing up. All you have to remove is the sway bar bolt, this one, and these two. That's all you gotta remove, and then this whole thing comes out once you remove those three under the hood. So let me see if I can find my tripod, and then I show you. Okay, there's not really an easy way of showing you. I hope this shows you something. So yeah, there's one bolt, here bolt, here bolt, here bolt. I don't know if you can see it or not. Of course, there's a video already out there, but this is for the Wind edition. And the GT, I think I haven't seen this in the video. It's like for the dynamic suspension, whatever. But it works the same way, comes out the same way, really easy. So first I'm gonna start by removing the sway bar bolt. It's on the other side, but I showed you before. And that is a 17. Okay, good. We got that bolt out. It's easier when you have it still only jacked on one side, then loosen the bolt and then jack up the other side. That way the bolt comes out without using the other tool that you're supposed to use. Good, so that side came out. Now we take these two small ones out, and that should be a 12? 13? 13. Two of those, and then we can loosen this up. Let me show you. Then we have this thing. We have to pull on this gray tab. You see this gray tab right now? You pull up on it. It's easier with fingernails, and then you can push it back and pull up. That way this is loose. This is all loose now. Now we just have to loosen up these two screws. I would jack up a little bit. Now we can take the jack off on the other side, bring it over here, put it under here. You got these two spots, put it right in between, jack up a little bit. You don't really have to jack up, just so it doesn't fall once you take these two bolts out, because you don't want to hurt the axle or anything. So let me get my jack, and then we loosen those two bolts. Let's pump it up a little bit. Doesn't have to be much. There you go. This is already good enough, just as long as it doesn't fall. That's all you want, it not to fall. I mean, obviously it makes it a lot easier if you have an impact wrench. You will need a 24 that goes on the nut side, and then you have a 21. Nope, not a 21. What is it, 19? 19 goes on the bolt size. Put this little puppy right here. Actually, we can use this one right here. This is just to hold it. Number one. It should come out pretty easy because you jack the car up a little bit. There we go. It's gonna move a little bit, but you can push it back. On the other side, the screw came out without an issue, but we're gonna unbolt two of the top bolts now. Up here. Let me do that real quick. We need I think that was it a 14? Yes, 14. Let me use this big boy. Of course, it's drizzling now too. It's always great, but Maybe okay. Not made out of sugar. The cloud. Take this. Only do 2. That way you can hold the last one. Or you can start loosening up the 3rd one. Ah, this rain is fantastic. I love it. Put you guys back down here. I don't want you to get wet from the rain. If I had something small enough to hit it back out. Okay. Just use the other screw. Okay. All those screws are out. Both nuts are off. So this whole thing is loose now. There we go. This is loose. Now we got one more bolt up here, which is only halfway tightened, so I'm gonna have to put you down again. Oh, this rain is fantastic. Gotta love it. And then this whole thing comes out just like this. Make sure for all the brake lines and stuff to be out of the way. Don't scratch up your car. Okay. Next, so we got this out. Also, I forgot to tell you, you see that one yellow one right here? That's the one that always gonna show inwards the car. So this has to be the one that's right here, pointing this way. Good, now we're using these tools. I think they rent these, yada yada. I bought mine, so I don't have to rent these. So take this, and we might have to loosen this up a little bit. Put it right here, put your clips in, that way it cannot come out. And do the same thing over yonder somewhere. Yeah, that's fine. So it's gonna look like this, and then you just tighten it up. Always a little bit on each side. Okay, so that's loose, not loose, tight actually. Take this cap off. If you have fingernails, you can use your fingernails. If you don't have fingernails, get a flathead screwdriver. And then you have this one screw right here. And that's also a 19, and you just loosen it. Now be careful that this is actually locked in, because now you're pretty much playing with a grenade at this point. There we go. Off. Okay, then this whole thing comes off. Don't break your plastic boot, this kind of just pulls off. Okay, and then the whole spring comes out. There we go. And then you loosen these back up. One, a little bit, and then the other one. Good. Old spring, trash. Not really, keep it. Always make sure you keep your stuff, because if you ever decide to sell your car, you can, because you can put the old stuff with it, or change it back out beforehand, or you find just a cool dude like I did for the Stinger, and he just keeps everything like you had it. That helps. Now you do the same thing in reverse on this one. You have to tighten it up with these. Okay, hey, the sun is back. So like I said, this is the back. You want to make sure that the writing of the Eibach is facing your way, or facing up the right way, the way you would read it, whatever. Duh. And then, actually this is not the back, this is the back. The fuck, this is the front. And then you have this groove right here. Not here, here. There's the groove. That's where the end of the spring has to be. So you put it in there. Ow. You will probably not be able to see this. Maybe, let's see. Yes, right there. It's touching that groove. You have the same groove on the top piece, just a little smaller. It's right here. It has to touch this end right here. So let me put this up there real quick. Okay. And then you put your nut back in, up here. And you kind of have to play around with it a little bit. When I did it on the other side, the shock started spinning on the inside, so it didn't tighten. So you have to kind of do like a... Okay. Yes. Good. Tight. Yeah, you just have to kind of play around with it. Or do you use the actual tools that you're supposed to use? As you can see, there's like a... I forgot what it's called. It's not a Torx. It's something worse than a Torx. So you have to hold this down with an Allen wrench Torx thing. And then you have a wrench that goes in here and kind of screws that in. But we figured it out the normal way. This is tight. This is not going anywhere. And we're gonna take these back off. Of course, always have to spring towards you. I'm joking. groove, on the groove, top. Can I show you the top? I guess. Maybe, yeah, it's right on the groove, you can see it, whatever. Remember, the yellow thing has to show towards the inside of the car. So you get one of your nuts and kind of fill this in here. And don't scratch up your fender like I just did. That is okay. 2 people help, but you can do it with 1 person too. Of course, tighten those up there first. Then I don't know if there's a specific torque spec. Just make sure this is like tight. And now you have to just do what you did before. You have to push this in. You might have to jack it up a little bit now. Yep, because you know the shock got smaller because the spring is smaller. Kind of wiggle it around, get the screw in there, put the nut on. Do the same on the bottom one. Simple stuff. Nothing too hard. It's definitely going in easier than it came out. Okay, then we put this back on here. While you're at it, you can plug this back in. So you just plug it in, then you push the gray thing down, click, and that's it. And you screw this back in. I don't even know if you can see this, but it doesn't matter. You know what you took off, so just put it back on. And if you don't remember, just go back in the video. Don't over tighten these. These are just to hold something. These are not to like seriously be. Okay, now I can actually show you what happens if you don't jack up the other side of the car. So you have, all we got left is the sway bar. But as you can see, this will never work. So now I'm gonna show you. We take this jack off, which we can take this off now. Good, you wanna just jack it up until the tire comes off the floor. There you go, tire's off the floor. Then you go to the other side and what a surprise. It just fits in here. There you go. Take the nut, put the nut on. Let's hope this tightens without me having to lower the other side, because I didn't have to do it earlier. Okay, tight. Good. Tight. Everything is tight. Always make sure that you put everything back. Plug this back in, plug this back in. You didn't even unplug this. I did on the other side. You don't have to, no worry about it. And now you can unjack the other side. Actually, no. Let's put the wheel on first. It's also a good time to clean your brake calipers if you want to. If you have nice looking ones. Because you got your wheels off. And if you don't, whatever. Good. Oh my god, how many minutes did we... Oh, it stopped. No, it didn't stop. Okay, 33 minutes. Already. Hey, that's not bad though. 33 minutes. And we got it all done. Did I get it all done? Did I pause in between? This kind of went a little bit fast, didn't it? No. So jacking up an electric car is kind of a pain in the butt. That's like the most sketchy part of this whole job. Because you have to... you only have specific jack points. I mean, other cars have only specific jack points too, but you have more. And if you do it wrong here, you mess up your battery, pretty much. Okay. Let me get my knee protectors because I don't want to... Oh, I don't want to die. Okay. Cool. Like you see, they kind of have this cutout here. So if I had a plastic, like one of those rubber feet things that you can put on top of this, I could lift up here, but I do not. So I'm using the cutout they have over here. You will see it marked by, yeah, 2 little holes. You can see it, whatever. And then you jack up, and that's gonna jack up the front too. Always make sure before you go any further, you want to make sure you're sitting good. Well in the middle. I am. So we jack. I hope this settles a little bit. It's still a little bit high for my taste. But I just went with these because these were the only ones available right now. I didn't want to wait for anything else because I do really want to put this on bags at some point. I don't care about performance, and I also don't care about these clouds, but it's getting windy. So now we gotta do the back. Okay, we are on the back now. I did the other side, and let me tell you, that was a pain in the ass. So I hope this side gets better, but this side is on. Weather is still great, so here we are. You only have to remove 2 screws, bolts, whatever. Those are these 2. You have the nuts on this side, right down there. These 2. That's all you have to remove. But putting it back in, that's the fun part. So let's take this out. This is the easy part. I'm gonna show you that real quick. There's not much to it. So it's 2 19s. Also, what you need is a jack. So the jack is here for support, because once we take these screws out, the whole thing just falls, and you don't want this spring to hit your face. Okay, and it starts raining again. So we see us when we're back. Okay, rain stopped again, and we have a wet floor again. So we stopped by, okay, we removed both of those. So now we slowly lower the jack. That way this whole lower control arm, well, there's no upper control arm, this control arm is gonna come out. And the spring is pretty much gonna almost fall out. Just do it slowly, don't wanna rush it. There you go, extra slow. And then what you gotta do, you kinda have to push this down with your foot. And then this whole thing lifts up, comes out, goes down, and it's out. That's it. Then you have this rubber thingy, you just pull it off. Get your new spring, put it back on. Of course, line it up with the, oops, like you see right now it's not lined up. You have to twist it, now it's lined up. You have the same thing on this boot right here. So push this back down. Ouch. And twist it. Okay, good. Whew. Good. So now this is the simple part. This is lined up. This is where once this goes up, this is gonna line up, and this is lined up with right here. So that's all good. Now we have to jack this back up to get both of these back in here. Now you would think this is easy. No. 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 Here we are, struggling the same way as we did before. This would fit perfectly. This just goes down. This does not. So now we have to kind of pry this in there, hoping this works, which it probably will not. And I'm gonna sit here for 40 minutes again. Okay, so actually very surprising. This went by really fast. If you have issues, jack it up like this on that corner, and then the screw went in without an issue. I just used a little hammer. I hammered it in there a little bit. I had to wiggle around with a crowbar like this. I had to one of these thin ones that goes right in between the right here, in between the shock, like right here. I had to pry it a little bit left, right, left, right, left, right, until the screw fit in the hole. So we're good on that now. I'm gonna put a nut right here just in case, just to be safe, because now we gotta get the shock on there, which the shock is easy. You just have to jack it up a little bit more, and then the shock pretty much safe. There we go. The shock is now lined up. No issue. Went in smooth, easy. That was actually dope. Glad this went in so freaking easy. I don't think, oh, actually this works too. What? Nice. So just tighten it. This is it. We are done. Well, that wasn't too bad, I guess. I don't know why this side went so much easier. It literally took 10 minutes. What? Okay, let's get this wheel back on here. Now we just gotta Now we just gotta lower the car back from the jack stand and we're good to go. So of course I'm gonna show you guys the end result, because that's what we have been waiting for, right? Okay, there we go. This is the after. I don't have a before, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna take a quick test drive. Of course, I don't have a mount or anything. My car's dirty as crap. I'm dirty as crap. Because this job... Ew, look at that. Look at that. Grease. Don't eat in your car. I need to clean it up tomorrow for Cars and Coffee. So yeah, let's see if it feels any different. If it does, I'm gonna pick this back up while driving. If not, I'm not. Okay, so yes, it is definitely different. A little bit more stiff for sure. It's like I have barely any body roll. It's pretty good. And I can also feel it when I do the launch. From 0 to 60 on the old springs, it was like it crouched down in the back, and now it really doesn't do it at all anymore. Yep, it stays pretty straight to me. So yeah, I would say this was definitely worth it. This is a different kit than the other guy on a different YouTube channel used, but this works great. I like it. Corners, it takes corners pretty well too. It's a little bit wet, but yeah, there's like no body roll. I like this. So let's see when I get back home how much lower I got. Of course, it has like a settling time, I'm pretty sure. So I would give it at least 2 weeks before it is like totally settled. That's how much it was for my Stinger too. But my Stinger was on H&R springs. So we will see how the Eibachs are for this one. And I'm sure it's gonna settle a little bit. But overall, it's pretty nice. So let me get parked and then we see the outside one more time. Okay, well, here it is. This is how it looks like. I took a picture of the before on the front, so I can put like a picture of the front before and after. There you go, this should work. It did lower it a little bit. I like it. It doesn't look like... I think I could almost fit my fist in between there, and now 2 fingers and that's it. So this is good enough for me. Also don't want to get too low with these batteries hanging down there. Let's see how those look. Oh, how we at? Oh yeah, we good. So yeah, I hope you like this small video. I don't know how small this video is actually gonna be. If you have any questions, don't ask me. I did this by myself. No, I might be able to answer some questions. But yeah, this is it. Kia EV6 GT, Eibach Pro kit, springs. Yeah, let's see if there's gonna be more videos about this. Definitely one on the track. I mean, I wanna hit the 11.2 seconds that they say online on a unprepped track. I definitely wanna hit that. Oh, by the way, stay tuned for this. I'm not gonna say more yet. But yeah, if you guys liked it, give it a like, subscribe for more EV6 GT content, or if you guys want like an in-depth video, but I'm pretty sure enough people made some of those. So, but until then, bye.